Hey viewers, this is London and we're going to go down Bellsize Park Deep Shelter. This dates back to the Second World War.
During the early 1940s, 8 deep-level shelters were built to protect the population from Nazi bombing. The shelters were cleverly designed so that, after the war, they might be linked together to form an express tube line, running below the existing Northern Line network, 7 underneath the Northern Line and 1 at Chancery Lane. Each deep shelter had 2 surface entrances and staircases down from the tube stations above. London Transport was consulted about the plan, and the government commissioned the build of the 8 deep shelters. The positions of the entrances are shown here on this map. Each shelter comprises of 2 parallel tubes measuring in at 16 foot and 6 inches internal diameter and a staggering 12,000 feet long. These were placed below the existing station tunnels at Clapham South, Clapham Common, Clapham North, Stockwell, Oval, Good Street, Camden Town, Bellsize Park, Chancery Lane and St Paul's. It is worthy of note that Oval was abandoned in 1941 due to flooding in construction, and St Paul's suffered subsidence during construction, and due to the delicate cathedral above, work was halted. Each tube would have 2 decks, fully equipped with bunks, medical posts, kitchens and sanitation. The final construction design, each installation could accommodate up to 8,000 people. Work began on November 27, 1940. Due to limited materials and the existing London Underground tube stations being used by civilians, pressure on the construction to build deep shelters was not great. The arrival of the V1 Doodlebug flying bombs in 1944 finally pushed the government to complete and open the shelters to the public. Bellsize Park opened on the 23rd of July 1944, and civilians began sleeping in the bunks every night until the end of the war. Off-duty staff and troops on leave also used the shelters to repair equipment and get some well-earned rest. After the war, the expressway was never constructed, and Transport for London now sublets the deep shelters out to various companies. Bellsize Park was used by Abbott Data Store Limited for storage of documents until around 2019, when the documents were removed.
So viewers, we're now in Bellsize Park Deep Shelter. Emergency trap there, that's a lift in the centre, and we're going to go down these stairs now. Quite a lot of stairs, it's a long way down. Yeah. We're joined today with Danny and Harry and a very special guest,
NIGHTFOX.
NIGHTFOX. I didn't know whether to call you NIGHTFOX or your other name.
NIGHTFOX.
NIGHTFOX it is. This is NIGHTFOX. Many stuff. Little London brick there. Don't know what it's doing down here because there aren't actually any bricks. And we go down. Down. The old luminaires. Not far from the bottom now, viewers. But I've not counted the steps. How deep did you say this was, Harry?
37 metres, I think. Feels more than that.
It does feel more than 37 metres. There's a piece of really old newspaper there. It's a shame we can't open this lift door. That's the bottom there. Just to see to the top. Wish I had an override key, which I don't. And this is NIGHTFOX. Bellsize Park. Right. If you flinched, you have to press the light button.
Right, this is the worst of the two generator rooms. Oh, no, the lights don't work in this one, so that's
Yeah, that is
first
one.
with the main intake.
That is a big
You
fan.
can, I'll show you later, you can get behind these.
Yeah?
You can also pretty much get inside of them. There's a whole ventilation system you can get inside. This one we won't go in, we're going to the better one. This one with no lights, I'll show you first. All the way down.
Wow. That's the sort of stuff that Danny likes.
Yeah, that's part of the ventilation system.
Yeah.
Chip. And then
Wow.
I'll show you this generator. So this has got, there's two of them in here. They're basically, well no, they are identical. You've got the mercury arc rectifier there. And you've got all the isolators here. You've got all the isolators on the wall back there.
Yeah. Behind Danny there. Big AC buzz bars.
This is the main isolator switch that you would be able to turn on the rectifier. That's the breaker. So you would have a lever in here that you could turn up. That would turn it on.
Yeah. And that looks like it's got oil-filled dash pots for the overload. That's what these are. They're for the oil-filled dash pots.
Last time I came in here, there wasn't that much oil coming out of that either. There was a small grey for them.
Wow. That is a transformer, and then that transformer, God, the individual phases coming out of there, look, going through to this.
Yeah, so that's
That's
one of the
rectifier.
two mercury arc rectifiers. That's,
Wow.
it was a lot more dusty than that. A few people have come in there and they've obviously decided to wipe the dust off. A few people used to write their names in it, which got wiped up as well.
Yeah. That's pretty amazing. Cause that is
Yeah, so you got two main parts to it. You got
the old
propellant still moves, and you got the squid, as I call it.
Yeah.
And that's what actually contains the mercury.
Yeah.
I've seen
From
him.
what I know, that's from what I've been told.
There's a guy I followed on YouTube.
Two big fuses there, look.
One,
An arc rectifier. Yeah. Oh, what's his name? Full bridge rectifier. Electro boom.
Hi, I want to make a full bridge rectifier. That's right, it's not a dumb single diode rectifier, it's a full bridge. What is a rectifier? It basically converts AC alternating current into DC direct current.
Shout out to him over in Canada. He's an Iranian guy who's got a YouTube channel. Check him out. I'll put a link in the description box. But he does a lot of arc rectification and experiments. So we've got here, this looks like an overload board here. This has got fuses on it. Not quite sure what that is. I think that's some sort of like a contactor. And that's a cooling fan. They're big fuses in there. Alive until HT switch is open, so those fuses are live. And this is one piece of glass. I've no idea how they used to hand blow this. A lot of time would have been spent hand blowing that glass to make that bridge rectifier there. Nice.
This is the worst of the two.
Yeah.
There's another very interesting point about these rooms that I'll show you later. Yeah, it's a pretty cool point, but I'll show you in the second room. There should be light in the second room.
Sure. I'll just have a look at these. So we've got the AC switchboard here. So there'll be buzz bars in there. And they're fairly modern.
This
switch
is the more
fuses.
modern side of
Yeah.
the switchboard.
Some of this
The
looks
other ones,
1960s.
they're pretty much all the same as these. A few more of them. You'll see when we get there in
Yeah.
a bit. Yeah, if
Go on.
you come through here.
Will do, one sec, mate.
We're only sort of-
20th of October 1974, and this is the LV switchboard rubber matting. And the rubber matting insulated you from earth. That was the idea. Then we've got over here the DC switchboard, big DC throw switches there. So as you may well know, DC arcs quite a lot when you're trying to switch it. And then, not quite sure what these are, these look like DC relays. And there's your load in here, if you can see that, viewers. That's just a workbench that would have fuses and things like that in it. AC switchboard, and we'll go back to NIGHTFOX, who's probably going to jump out on me again. And if you are wondering, yes, I did jump. Got a mattress there, a couple of mattresses. And this is through into the deep shelter. Got a metal rack in here. So are these beds, NIGHTFOX?
No, these would have been shelves. So when it was converted from deep shelter to data storage, these would have all been shelves. The beds are through here. These are a lot more modern than the rest of them. You'll see the beds that have also been converted to shelves, but all they've done with the beds is they've basically put cardboard over the top and use it as shelves. They've also built, as you see through that door here, built more racking like this.
Yeah, I think this is called Dexian. Correct me in the comments, viewers.
You know more than I know. I know them as shelves. But yeah, that's again more modern. This is so I can't even open that from there. These type of things with the springs.
Oh yeah.
They're beds.
Oh wow.
So that one would have been a bed. So I take that back from my last comment. Those could have been beds, but same with these. So these would have been beds as well, same as these, but they've been welded on.
Yeah.
These little bars.
They're pretty decent welds then, to be fair.
For
Some
what they had at the
good stuff,
time when these were made, absolutely.
Yeah. What's through there?
That is the one. That's the main tunnel that everyone gets a photo of.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot more lights.
It'd be rude not to.
Time last saw it. So it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
This is the most empty part of the entirety of Bellsize, to be honest. The rest of it has all got shelves or something in it.
Yeah.
This is where everyone gets a photos. It is really cool. I've got a fair amount of photos going in myself.
It's strange how they put this tray work here. Is that just loads of
Yeah,
like...
that would have been a lot more modern. So when it became data storage, I can't tell you when it stopped being data storage, but it was a lot more modern than when they used it as a deep shelter. So a lot of this stuff is quite modern. A lot of the light fixtures, a lot of the electronics, a lot of the junction boxes, they're a lot more modern than anything else down here. And some of the plug sockets, I even come down myself one night, I've even plugged my phone in and charged it myself.
Yeah, there used to be a way of telling the date on these. Philips Masters 3G. It's got 3G on it, viewers. Lighting people, can you tell me when 3G was made? Because they're like a year stamp. See on this Aussie one, Osram lamp. I haven't got a date on it, but they look like 1980s to me then. But look at that.
See, that's look at that little water fountain, little sink.
Oh yeah.
That's original. There's a few of them scattered around in this place.
Sanitar. Nice. That is pretty cool.
Let me see, hold on. Some of these do work. Yeah. So a lot of lights have been smashed out, unfortunately, by vandals, but some of these switches, they do switch a few things on.
Yeah.
It's not just these switches, there's different kinds of switches down here. I've used them enough times.
Yeah, such a big place. That's Harry down there, don't worry, viewers.
Yeah, again, that's more modern shelving. That's
It
very
is.
modern shelving. That's the most modern shelving down here, to be honest.
That looks like a...
No, there's nothing underneath it.
Yeah, that is the back of a tack mat. We used to have tack...
That was about 300 metres down the other side of the building when I first came down here. It's just sort of appeared here over time.
tack mat. We used to use these on warships, and the idea is you can pull a layer off that's down to its bottom layer, but when they're full they have about 50 layers. When they go black you can pull a layer off and it's blue. When you walk on it, it's meant to pull the oil off your boots, and they do work.
Alright.
Yeah, they're really good. They clean your boots as you walk on them. See how it's leaving footprints? They're really good, them viewers. Tack mat. Danny getting the shots there, look. He's got a Google phone, it's really good.
Dim mine torch a bit.
That's right.
He's getting a photo of
Yeah,
that.
do you want to get a little bit dimmer?
No, I can hold just like that.
A lot of lights down here, when you take photos, come out pretty golden. So
Yeah.
when a lot of people use torches, like such as yourself, it'll come out a bit more white as opposed to natural.
Yes.
That's just because all these lights are pretty golden. There is a switch here. Yeah, there might be more.
So that HV 120 amp on LV 105 amp. I think that's like a load bank or something. Camden, manufactured by Thomas Services, 16 Kingsgate Place, Kilburn. Viewers, can you tell me what that is?
Gallery.
I don't think that
I'm not sure what that is.
the wire cuts off there would have been joined. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. It looks like it's got windings in it.
I don't think I've seen that last couple of times I've been down here, to be fair.
No.
It used to be in here. So
In that
another
locker.
cool thing about this place is these used to be beds, the matrix
Yeah.
go on top, every person has doors. Someone really wanted to get in here, so they've just
It's smashed.
yep. Yeah, so there's literally nothing in here.
Is that an underground train I can hear?
That is indeed. We are borderline Northern Line, pretty much. When we go into the second generator room, you'll hear it a lot more frequently.
Yeah?
If there's any trains going above, because obviously service stopped at this time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we've got the modern stickers there, viewers. The barcodes on, and then we've got the stenciled 514, 515.
Yeah, so again, these are all the beds. So everything you see here were beds. As I said earlier, literally just cardboard, a tiny bit of wood.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
Because
all I've got
underneath
on
there
top.
is the springs.
I
So
think you need to give them a demo of how it works.
Danny's gonna give him a demonstration. Oh yeah. See you in the morning then,
To be
Danny.
honest, you don't actually need a mattress. They're really comfy.
Really?
Oh god, you know what? I could actually fall to sleep right now.
I'll see you in a bit then.
See you on the way back.
See you in the morning, Danny.
I've slept down here many times.
Have you?
This is actually a fairly comfortable bed. Not
Yeah.
the most comfortable, fairly
It
comfortable.
looks alright.
They are, well, they were, it's better than being bombed.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what they're made for.
There's no room for getting changed in the morning though, is there?
Well, they weren't made for comfort or hygiene, they were made to get people out of bombing
Bombs, well.
situations.
Yeah.
Where's the child beds?
The children's beds, I think they just slept with the parents,
They just
didn't
leave the children up top.
they? Well, most were evacuated.
So you would have had, I think there's 8 of these shelters off the top of my head.
I'm sure I just noticed the...
Yeah, I think there is 8 of these shelters. One wasn't public,
Ah, yeah, so
Press.
there was. I believe that I've read that there's 9. Or there was 9.
You might be right there. Yeah. Well, I know Kingsway Telephone Exchange counts as a deep level shelter, same as this place.
Yes.
So that could be the 9. But I'm correct me if I'm wrong, there could be 8 that were built for the same purpose as Bellsize, this one, that were purely to house people. And I mean, if you look around now, how many bed spaces there are? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. All the way back there.
4 levels here. You've got 2 here, including the floor, so people would have slept on the floor.
Yeah. There's one there behind the fire hose.
How far back, you can see already, if you look back that way,
Yeah.
how far back it goes. And you can see all the way back that way how far that way goes.
And this is just one length.
So you know what you'd be bored
When we exit, I'll show you from where we came in to where the other entrance is, and you'll see it doesn't think that far. It's not that far at all. But that's
Wow.
because the entrances are more in the middle. The bunker itself goes several ways out that way.
Yeah. It's crazy. I noticed the architecture is changing back here. See, this is concrete. These are concrete sections here bolted, and then moves along. These are cast. Goes concrete there, concrete sections. Not quite sure what that's made of. I think that's concrete, like an intersection. Then it goes back to these cast sections made by Stanton. They're a company from Nottingham, and they made the Stanton shelters, the 18-piece kits that we've seen on several other videos. Yeah, Stanton design of this deep shelter.
So as I was saying earlier, I think this is one of the light switches. I'm not too sure. If you look down this tunnel, nope, that's a fucked one. It's still got power to it. Most of this place has still got power going, but
Yeah.
some of
pretty
them they
amazing, that.
do indeed work. Unless Harry's already pushed it before he went through.
He might have done.
What ventilates it?
We saw the big fan,
You'll see
I'm
the vents
presuming
in a
that.
bit. Yeah.
Oh, we're
I mean,
going to
like,
see some more.
currently,
When we get to
Oh.
the other generator room, I'll show you.
I think
So
just
you've
not-
got,
Not much breathing.
this used to work. Yeah, no.
Yeah, a lot of the lamps have been smashed by
so-
vandals.
Now, you've already seen what you've seen. You think this place is big. I'm going to point your attention to that way, where it goes downstairs. You've got a whole nother floor underneath.
Wow.
Yeah.
So these were the stairs that went back up to the surface
This,
originally.
from what I worked out in research, would have been one of the main entrances, potentially. I'm not 100% sure again. I will show you up there in a second. But if you look, so from what we've gone through on camera, we've just gone on that side.
Yes.
You've got another side there, identical.
Oh wow.
And then, show you. You've got these asbestos fire doors,
Yeah.
identical. And then the same again this way,
Wow.
identical. And then if you think about it, you've got an entire another floor underneath.
Yeah.
That is the
It goes
same.
again under there, viewers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Potentially. Hold on.
Yeah.
There you go. Some of the switches still do work.
Oh, I could have a really Goontube type title to "Found Bunker Light Still Working" or something like that.
I will throw a torch at you if you ever try like that. If your video has me
Yeah,
in
it will
it
be.
and you title it that, sorry.
I was thinking, who's put that torch down there? It was you. If I point my camera that way, does that help?
A few moments later.
Yeah, so I think up here would have been probably one of the original main entrances. Again, don't quote me, I really don't know. See, it was boarded off at one point.
Yeah.
But then through here you can see all the original beds. There's a couple of cool bits in here.
Yeah.
These beds here. And there's a lot as well.
See, this looks like soot from street level, and it's got lime paint on it, like air raid shelters used to have. So yeah, I think in there, like noise attenuators.
Got to keep that secret. Show you that in a second.
Yeah.
So in here, oh,
So it's up to the floor.
someone's tried having a look underneath that.
It's just cables. There's nothing
Yeah,
really to
this
see under there.
is, as you see, you've got this sort of sliding gate again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd say to me that was a lift shaft.
No, I don't believe it was. Heard enough, and I've done a fair bit, a little research on it. I don't think it was a lift shaft. I'm pretty sure that was a staircase entrance.
Oh, right, okay.
As I said, don't quote me, I don't know
Yeah.
enough. But obviously,
Yeah,
here you can see enough so-called urban explorers have come down here that have signed their names. Many years ago, when I was a bit of a goon, I did sign my name myself down there.
I've seen it up there. Oh yeah, NIGHTFOX 2021.
Some of them aren't actually me.
No.
But yeah.
Chloe Airbags, I've heard of her.
Chloe Airbags, yeah, I know
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, Chloe Airbags.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Shout out Chloe Airbags. And if you have to shout out Chloe Airbags,
that moved.
I was just trying to take a picture of certain names.
Yeah. What, NIGHTFOX?
No, it's another name. But if you're going to give a shout out to Chloe Airbags, you've got to give a shout out to RX Queen 74.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gotta
yeah.
Give a shout out to her.
There you are. Shout out to you, madam. You're not doing very well at the minute, are you? Are you all right?
What's going on? Yeah, I'm all good.
There's a hole in the floor. Remember that? No.
You have got fresh breeze blocks down there, actually.
That is a bit random, isn't it? As if there's
No, they're
Cables
not
all-
fresh. No, they're not that fresh.
80s. There's some data stuff down there. What?
Someone's lifted that up. That's not data. That's main power.
No, I
that's
meant
armoured cable.
The pages.
Down here.
Yeah, what's all that?
Payroll.
Oh,
Well, let me
Someone-
zoom my torch out.
someone's
Turn
payroll.
this down a little bit.
This one might have less footprints in it. So,
How much am I getting paid this year then?
I'm not sure. 1977? Yeah, 1977. So, yeah. Jones, Noble, Huckley, Smiths. Somebody's
Eastman.
called K Surface. Oh.
Eastman is being paid £1,538.
Not bad. For 1977, that ain't bad.
I mean, that's probably for like a year's work.
Even at London prices. Not bad.
That would cost you about 3 coffees and a pack of fags in London nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is one of my little favourite parts of this place. It's pretty cool. It's got all this stuff in. There you got that. And there's one other thing.
What's in the box?
That is what's in the box. Original batteries.
Oh, Fuller Power. Dry cell, British made, size 6 battery. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
They were. Oh, I'm not too sure. I think they used to be connected. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it looks like they used to connect to that, which
Last
did.
time I saw them.
Yeah, they might
Don't
be a
touch them
bit
much.
acidy.
I drink it on my Weetabix.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Don't know.
Drink it on my Weetabix. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
bit
you could pour it on your Weetabix, I suppose.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
the
Nice.
first couple of years people came down there, no one ever posted a photo of them.
No?
And it was after about 3-4 years of people coming down here, people started to know they were there.
Oh, well, I'm going to take a picture. Check out my Instagram, everyone. Link in the description box. I'll cover them back up so they don't get trashed by unwanted youths down here. There we go. Onwards.
onwards and pretty much downwards now.
Onwards and downwards. Right, so we're back down this section then, viewers. So we've got another section down there, NIGHTFOX tells me. Where we're going next?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch up.
Something.
We're just going to go this way.
Let's go this way.
That is not going on YouTube.
No, I'll cut that out. So we're going downstairs now, viewers?
You can put it in about one, it's fine. Yeah, so...
It's lovely and cool down here. So it is... this is the hot bit. Remember the hot bit in, what is it, July? It's currently July 22 and it's like 35 degrees in London during the week. During the day, I meant. During the day.
Quick look this way.
Let's lead through from up there. It's like on
Here's a good
Alien.
bit, actually, to see how long this place is. So, if you shine your camera to the right,
Oh wow.
you see how long it is, and then I'll open this second door,
That is so cool.
and if you turn around and see how long it is to the right, yeah.
What do you think, viewers?
It's long.
It is long. And these all used to be beds. So
Yeah.
that's a bed.
All
And
of
then-
these are beds, all of these are right beds. So
Yeah.
downstairs is more beds than anything.
Additional
Again,
beds.
another light switch there. Oh, it turned on that way.
Ah, he's turning them ones on. And these have got, look, these are the luxury beds with little hooks, look. For the air raid shelter. I don't really know what to say. It must have been terrifying when London above was getting bombed and you were down here.
Comfortable up here.
Yeah? Are you trying one out? One of the luxury beds?
Oh, I've slept in a few of them.
Have you?
I've not slept in one of these.
No, I reckon I could sleep down here. It's so quiet and peaceful.
I have a few times in London when I've been working late nights. I have come down here myself and I have slept a couple of nights.
Wow.
I've not slept in one of these personally,
In the lower level.
but I've done the bottom ones. I've done the ones on the side.
Yeah?
I've hammocked a couple of places.
I love the way they've made the bed, so they've got one bed there, and then two beds there, and then one bed on top.
Yeah, they follow the wall.
So you pretty much get a family of four on there. And then
but
so
part
that's
of it
one
would
family.
be you would have, obviously in time of war, you would always have someone you know next to you. So you'd have someone here, someone here.
Yeah, I
they
guess
might
so,
not
yeah.
be people they know.
Yeah, because there was no men of war fighting age, they were all in France. And, you know.
Unless they're a pussy or...
Yeah, unless they were
Unless they're not...
contentious objector, I think they called them. But yeah, I suppose all the men of fighting age would be called up, and then it's just women and children, really, apart from the ARP wardens and people that
you
were
would have it. But
outside that range.
as I said, look all the way down there, look all the way back down there. How many people you fit here? That's one corridor of four.
Yeah, yeah, which is just crazy. Wow. I think that's for hanging clothes on,
I don't know.
like clothes
Probably
hooks.
death certificates.
It's a bit morbid.
Actually, what? The beds at the bottom are a lot smaller, aren't they, in length, you know, because the curvature of wall.
Yeah, they're for the children's, I think.
Yeah, it must be.
Bless them.
The child
And it's
support.
mad to think the babies that would have been down here and looked after, they'll be in the late 80s now.
Yeah. Have you seen Adam's Family?
Oh, well, they can turn that on. Compact
If it had turned on
fluorescent.
then I'd have freaked out, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's my friends Ian and his channel IKS. They went to Dungeness Power Station with a fluorescent lamp and they held it up towards the power lines, and the fluorescent lamp turns on. I'll put a link in the description box to see that. It's pretty cool. So, well, it's just immense. Right, look behind us, viewers. We've just been down there. That goes. It's just huge. Just sat here, not used, underneath London. Bellsize Park Deep Shelter. I'm going through here, viewers, through these asbestos fire doors. What's on there? There's a move. Right. If you flinch then, and you haven't done already, press that subscribe button.
We've gone the wrong way.
Well, and we've done all that and gone the wrong way.
No, this is the other staircase. So we came down one, this is the other entrance.
Right, we can hear an underground train now. Can you pull this back, please, Danny?
Yeah.
That will be a that'll be a worker train. Shouldn't be any passenger trains.
Look up there, viewers. That's how far down we are. That is amazing. So we're just in one of the lift shafts, viewers. That's NIGHTFOX up there climbing, and that is how deep down we are. It must be sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 stories to the bottom of the lift car, which isn't at the top. Taylor just climbing back down. I'm gonna get back out the way. And we're back in the stairwell. Thank you very much, Danny, sir.
You're welcome, young man.
And look at this. Emergency indicator. Downside present shaft. Right there.
These used to be toilets.
Oh, did they? These used to be the toilet.
Some of them used to be toilets, some of them used to be showers.
See the
Some
floors.
used to be vaults. So this says vault 6.
Ooh, floors painted. So this has been a vault for what? Food?
Vault for
Supplies?
whether it is a vault for data storage or a vault for an original, no.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just on the...
Yeah, it literally just says
Because
vault
that's
6 there.
This is a door from the 70s, I think. So this has
That's a
been
lot
added.
more modern than when it was made.
And that's there. That's been added in the 70s. So and it used to be used by Oasis Great Britain. When it was a data centre or data storage area. So NIGHTFOX is going to take us to the other arc rectifier or bridge rectifier. Oh, these doors are...
Tried.
Yeah.
Mercury out
No.
rectifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have here. So here we see same thing here,
Yeah.
same thing that way.
No.
Yep.
And that way.
And then you literally come through here, back upstairs.
So it's one enlarged tunnel cut in half
Pretty
with
much.
this
It's
concrete
slightly-
flooring.
Slightly different, but if you look back that way,
Yeah, we've got that again.
and if you look that way, through those doors.
Yeah. Just goes
Yeah.
on.
So you can just imagine how many people would have actually slept down here if they needed to.
Yeah.
This floor, some of these on this roof is on a sensor. This one does it. Yep.
Yeah, I just
That
had the
one.
contact to close.
So you can see a few things here. There used to be a phone here.
Yeah. That's operating that relay in there.
Yeah. So again, that used to be satellites. They've been smashed, and that would do then.
Yeah.
There's some things downstairs that if you do press, light switch wise, it still makes noise in there. Yeah, Yeah, this way is the rectifier. This again. This is the
Ventilation.
vent system.
Yeah.
Again, you can get in there and you can crawl around almost the whole barn that way.
Yeah, that's a fire damper there.
Yeah, vandals have some of these light switches.
Yeah, that's a shame. Just
When I
smashing
first came
everything.
down here, they all used to work.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
again,
shame.
Same principle. Down
Yeah.
there, ventilation.
Big grid.
That's what I mean. You've got, they're less modern here. These are, I want to
Yeah.
say original isolators.
I think they probably are, yeah. Superior lighting isolators.
Yeah. See, they make them nice.
Big AC switch.
These are a lot less corroded than the other ones.
Yeah, this is actually in better condition, yeah.
This is almost pristine.
Yeah.
Almost. This tape wasn't original. When I first came down here, it was cracked.
You got
I remember.
copper contactors there. That'll actually jack that up and down, yeah. So you're moving the tappings up and down with this handle. That still operates nicely on the DC side.
Yeah. So, do you know what a 12 amp fuse looks like?
Yeah.
Do you know what a 12 amp fuse looks like? Do you know
Well,
what
it
a
depends
fi-
on the breaking
Just
capacity.
a standard 12 amp fuse.
Yeah,
plug.
got that big out there in a fuse top 1361.
50 amp fuse.
Yeah, that is a big fuse.
Oh yeah. That's pretty much a grenade.
Yeah.
To go off.
So I wonder if those big fuses went in those fuse carriers over there,
Some of them, yeah.
which are those ones. They're quite large. There's a lot of carbon on there. And then,
This should be the one that potentially works.
oh, it like proper arc up. So, NIGHTFOX is going to turn on the Mercury arc rectifier for us.
Yeah, so that little bottom bit, you should potentially this spark, we'll wait for this tube train to go above.
Yeah, so we'll get the better audio. Remember, safety first, everyone.
Right, whack the lever on now.
Okay. Wow.
I don't think that's going to work.
No.
Unless,
One of the fuses might be blown.
big board. Don't know what that does.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
I won't touch anything in there. Do these have to be turned on? Yes, there's no...
Yes, so this is what they look like. Unless they're open.
Yeah, yeah.
Then of course that's what they look like on the inside. You turn it off.
See, that's an isolator there. I don't know if that needs turning on.
I don't think these work at all, to be honest.
Nah. Don't think it's been tested recently. No, we are. Well, parts of it worked, viewers. I hope you liked our mercury arc rectifier demonstration there. All this vintage equipment dating from the Second World War.
Half of it works at least.
Yeah. Now viewers, onwards. Down there, see how deep that is. Deep. So down here viewers, we've got a fixed firefighting system for the transformer, and it was CO2, which is carbon dioxide, an asphyxiant that removes the oxygen from the atmosphere by depleting it with CO2. And there's 4 horns here. You can see the top of the horn there. See that? That's the maker. It came down the pipework from that bottle there, and that bottle will be filled with liquid carbon dioxide, which will evaporate into a gaseous form and come out of those funnels, which are just there. And there we are. So it's got a mechanical, so if there's a fire, the cable will break off there, look, which is that cable will, that soft soldered joint there will elongate and lower that weight, which opens the valve, and it can be operated electrically, which operates the valve behind it, which opens the bottle up again. And that was now tested, last tested on the 15th of October 1981. There's your HVLV transformer, rectifier AC circuit breaker there, and then you've got a Henley incomer there. And then around here is the mercury arc rectifier, which converts AC to DC, and then your DC system here. There we are, DC system, and then the further DC system right here, viewers. So the NIGHTFOX is going to film down in the ventilation ductwork for me, because he's just a lovely chap like that. And I'm going to pass you down to him, and here we go.
So, I'm now at the bottom. Right, I'm going to head a little bit into the tunnel.
NIGHTFOX is now in the deepest part of Bellsize Park's Deep Shelter. This is the extract fan area and the drainage for the entire site.
So this is the ventilation shaft, and you get into all sorts down here.
Wow. Well, that built
That is, again, big ventilation shaft. Up there is the camera going to go up. I don't know how to make it go up. Yeah, so up. Oh, yeah, this disintegrates through that propeller. That's another big ventilation shaft that leads into the one we saw in the generator room. And then you can, there, you can climb up there. It is pretty cool.
yeah.
I will try. In here you've got, so I'm not used to this sort of camera setup. In here you've got stuff.
Yeah, it would have been a lot easier if we just come through this ladder that I opened earlier.
Later that same evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi everyone. How you all doing?
So, much easier way in.
Yeah.
Just down here. So Mr. NIGHTFOX, 4-year veteran,
has just never seen a hatch in the floor like this. And me, from up north, found it straight away and it goes straight into the vents.
I'm going to go
easier.
down this way. This is.
I'll film you going in.
This looks much safer.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. Yeah. Safer, easier, quicker, less terrifying. You know, there's numerous reasons why I'm going this way instead. Ah, there we go.
Ooh, and it's in.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is lovely.
Yeah, it's something else to follow, isn't it? Right then, Andy. There you go, mate. I locked it off, mate, because
Hi viewers.
it was wobbling around the wall.
Yeah. What, me or the camera? Right. Yeah.
They're climbed up there. I seen this earlier, but I didn't want to come down here because I didn't know what the air was like.
Yeah. So they give up going again. Right then, viewers. So, woo! So, we're at the very, very bottom of the bottom. That looks to me,
A giant sump pump.
yeah, they used to call those an Ogden Pump, and they were operated by low pressure air. So air went in there and it shut a valve and it pushed the water at the bottom and it pushed it up these pipes here, and there's an air eliminator on it, and that system's called an Ogden Pump, and that is the air bottle for it. That's a low pressure air bottle for it, and that looks like a tank of some sort, and that is something else. I don't know what that is actually, not sure what that is. And then we're going to go this way into the ventilation ducting. I put my gloves on, but Harry's got them again. Ah. And this is an big fan. That is one big fan. So
You see, that goes into the generator room.
there's NIGHTFOX
And if
there.
you go up behind you, to your right, behind you.
Going up here. Let's go up here, viewers.
Would you like me to take your
I'm actually not too wobbly on here because there's a bit of a bit of a bend. Let me get that way, bud. So,
No worries.
what goes up here then?
So if you, I won't spoil the surprise actually.
Okay.
You come back up this ladder. You'll see what's the other side of that ladder.
Hey. It's a bit snug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wing nuts these.
Oh yeah. And that is on that. So that's a big axial fan there. Just in the ducting right there.
And then if you come up this ladder, you'll see it's better.
The viewers will want to see this.
Oh yeah. Good stuff. Whoa! I've seen that before on pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other side of that is a generator room.
Wow.
So you can climb through here back into there.
Yeah. Harry.
Theoretically.
Harry could. I'm too fat. Where is Harry? So, oh, he must be up there. I can see his torch. Hi, Harry.
I don't know if these still move. No, these ones don't.
Nah, that's
There is one shelter where they do move. I just don't know what one it is.
yeah. I only get a long exposure of that. So viewers, this has been at Bellsize Park Deep Shelter. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe by hitting that little circle there if you haven't done already. And why not watch this video next? Bye bye for now.